Clarify, she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Prepare your popcorn because the View set is currently turning into an epic clash due to Karoline Leavitt, the young, astute conservative celebrity who is rewriting the rules of engagement. Recently, Karoline unleashed a legal storm so strong that ABC officials are in complete fear, working feverishly to contain the damage. Instead of making an appearance on the show, this legal nightmare started with a forceful off-air reaction to host Whoopi Goldberg's violent and rambling attacks. Joy Behar and Sunny Huston Karoline's response was more than just a retort. It was a brutal takedown that set off a chain reaction of unrest and criticism that now threatens to overtake the entire network.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accused Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was.
The inside look is here without having to adorn the scene with her presence. Karoline's scathing comments made a point. There was a frenzy behind the scenes as executives and public relations teams rushed to craft a reaction after the retaliation was enough to send shockwaves through the ABC hallways. Rumor has it that ABC executives are pressuring Karoline to moderate her offensive because they are worried about the irreversible damage it will cause to their brand and audience. But let's be honest, things have gotten way out of control. In particular, what did Karoline say that set off such a massive meltdown? She delivered a damning evaluation that left Whoopi in shock. The aftermath is barely beginning, and the drama is clear. It's clear that The View misjudged Karoline, thinking they could assault and get away with it, but they were terribly wrong. Unlike the usually gregarious presenter, Sunny, Joy Behar was visibly terrified and made silent. Karoline flipped the tables and proved her strength without ever stepping onto the stage because to her clever thinking and persistent determination. This plot, which is full with mystery and great drama, is evolving with each passing second. When the hosts of The View went completely insane in a recent outburst on camera and attacked Karoline without reason simply because she is a young, rich, conservative woman, they made a grave error. The discussion soon descended into racial area, implying that Karoline's job is due to the progressive agenda of wokeness. But rather than brushing the noise aside, Karoline faced it head-on because she was ready and unwilling to allow such BS-less charges to remain uncontested. Karoline thoroughly disproved their assertions rather than only disputing them. Her ruthless rebuttal, which has now burnt the planet of daytime TV, took the shape of a viral video. Joy Behar brazenly implied that Karoline's professional success is due to her fitting the aesthetic that she says attracts to Trump, rather than her political savvy or intelligence expertise, in her trademark arrogance and patronizing tone.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I had to do a little homework because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behind to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear everybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason, because black people couldn't get into colleges, because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women.
No.
See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our ass to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Hilarious.
As a group of cynical, out-of-touch elitists masquerading as advocates for women's rights, But only for women who share their own biased views. Karoline wasn't holding back when she criticized the stance in this film. Karoline pointed to Joy Behar as an exemplary case of the hypocrisy inherent in modern feminism, as she publicly asserts that she empowers women while purposefully denigrating anyone who does not fit the narrative. Karoline called this conduct utterly disgusting. Whoopi's absurd assertion that Karoline's employment depended on being woke was disproved, underscoring the irony of the Perspectives panel's seeming dearth of people with real qualifications and the cheerful host's audacity in bringing up privilege, especially from her. When Karoline stated that the Perspective supports women who comply and adopt their skewed viewpoints rather than supporting strong, independent women, she delivered the final blow in her video with razor-sharp clarity. Within minutes after its publication, Karoline's stirring speech went viral and had a long-lasting effect on the conversation about political commentary and media feminism. She criticized them for their duplicity, made it obvious that she does not wish to follow their repressive regulations, and remained steadfast in her determination to not be marginalized or silenced. Karoline stood up for her morals as well. Following Karoline's video, other hashtags went widespread online, including #CancelTheView and #Karoline. Lev Downs The View was illuminated by them. The twist was that Instagram and Twitter quickly gained international popularity. The View didn't anticipate it. They believed they could minimize Karoline, dismiss her concerns, and move on. Rather, they unwittingly handed her the greatest PR win of her career, and now a full-blown damage control leak has ABC's top executives in a panic. Insider reports state that producers are incensed at the way a problem that ought to have been handled has devolved into a catastrophic public relations disaster. Now, some Whisper Network executives are questioning whether industry titans like Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg have become more of a liability than a strength. Even sponsors are hesitant to associate their businesses with The View's growingly unfavorable impression.
Please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life code, the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take like we have seen in two instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of them pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust him.
Even loyal supporters of The Viewpoint are surprisingly starting to see through the facade, as those behind in a panic are practically begging Karoline to drop her case to stop further damage. A especially moving viral comment perfectly captured the atmosphere. The View, which claims to support women, makes fun of everyone who doesn't follow their line. Karoline Leavitt removed their mask and revealed the lies of underneath just when it seemed like the audience's situation could get any worse. For years, the program has dabbled with controversy, but this time they might have set themselves on fire. The criticism of Beyond Redemption is becoming unbearable, and it is now impossible to ignore the hypocrisy. At this point, ABC has to choose between canceling the show entirely or changing its lineup. Even while the show enjoys controversy, there comes a time when the negative reaction outweighs any potential increases in viewership, and at this moment, they're about to do so. After this disaster, do you believe The View will truly cancel D-View? If so, kindly leave a comment below with your opinions. To make sure you don't miss any breaking news on this drama, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go.